Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Certainly has not been a super frequent thing as of late, but we finally have some good news for Black Ops 6 and Warzone. It of course has been a rough month or so since the launch of Season 1. However, we do have some new reveals directly from the developers, then also some news of another major update incoming that hopefully is going to address some pretty important things in game right now. So quite a few exciting things to talk about today. Nice change of pace from, unfortunately, a lot of doom and gloom that's been going around. That's not to say there aren't other things that I definitely want to address in terms of the overall state of the game as it still stands, how exactly we got here. I got some other videos like that planned in the next couple of days, so stay tuned for those. But first up today, we do have some cool news via PlayStation Game Size. Of course, we've been talking a lot about them this year, since of course PlayStation Game Size is basically where we can see when a new major update is coming to Call of Duty. And when I say major, I mean a title update. It's going to be a mandatory download. Oftentimes we do have those little hotfix updates or update requires restart updates like we saw earlier on this week that sometimes include some patch notes, but most of the time those are not like super significant changes that are coming with just a simple hotfix update. A lot of the major updates, a lot of the major changes or fixes do require title updates. And late last night, PlayStation Game Size ended up posting this. There is now the 1.66 update added to the PlayStation database alongside a full-on Warzone pack update as well. Now, they say this is a small patch, but it is still a title update. So this might only be, you know, a gig or two in total size across all platforms, but it is going to be a mandatory download for everyone when it does end up releasing. For what it's worth, as of right now, we don't have a time frame on when this is set to come. Before it does drop, typically we do see a preload live on PlayStation, and because of that preload going out, PlayStation Game Size usually is able to see the size and stuff beforehand, so we get a better timing about a day or so before it goes out. But if I had to guess, this is likely going to be scheduled for some time next week. Considering we know that Season 2 is dropping on the 28th, it'd be pretty unusual to have a title update, you know, just a few days before a seasonal update drops. So if this were to drop, you know, on the 23rd or 24th, it's still just a couple of days before the new season drops. So if I had to guess, this could be anywhere from the 14th to the 17th in terms of what day it may release. Obviously, if we get any new information, I'll be sure to keep you guys in the loop. But that said, with this, we can actually expect some decent changes. Hopefully, that's the reason that they are going through and putting out this patch. Obviously, we know there's not much content left throughout the remainder of Season 1. However, we know a lot of fixes are currently in the works, a lot of updates are currently in the works, and that's likely what this update is going to address, at least for the most part. The devs have already gone out of their way to say that a couple of updates won't be happening until Season 2. Things like text on the menu for certain items won't be updated till then. The Vermin double hit issue won't be updated till Season 2, but we do have some other reveals and other announcements that we've had previously that give us a good indication of what we could expect potentially, keyword potentially, with this next major title update. For instance, we've referenced this tweet a lot, but Raven's pre-holiday break tweet that mentions a bunch of gameplay updates coming, perk rebalances, combat record updates, challenge updates, lighting and visibility updates, audio inconsistencies, all sorts of stuff like that. We only saw some of the stuff make it into the last title update, the 1.65 update back on January 3rd, and haven't seen anything else from this tweet saying that this stuff would be shortly live shortly after the holidays or shipped shortly after the holidays. We haven't seen a lot of this yet, and we're still in that period of shortly after the holidays, I guess. So a lot of this stuff is expected to be releasing sometime in the near future before Season 2. Otherwise, they likely would have just said a lot of this will ship with Season 2. So definitely an eye on a lot of this stuff, particularly perks being really broken within Warzone, a lot of different combat record and challenge stuff, obviously gameplay things like lighting and audio, also very important. So hopefully this 1.66 update will address quite a few things here. On top of that, we do already have a couple of fixes scheduled on the Trello board that we've talked about recently. As I just mentioned, things like this Vermin attack they already mentioned won't be fixed until Season 2. However, we have other things like the free-for-all scoreboard, sometimes giving you a loss even if you're in the top 3, a couple of finishing moves not working correctly. Some of these other things they are investigating, the flowing low prestige challenge not tracking, care packages can be claimed by teammates faster than intended so you can get those stolen, things like that, also potentially going to be updated with this next title update. Obviously, once the full patch notes are out or they reveal more details on it, I'll be keeping you guys in the know with everything going on there. So feel free to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with that, alongside everything else going on in the world of Call of Duty. I got you covered on a daily basis, and of course, we are getting closer and closer to 1 million subscribers as well. Also, if you enjoy this video, a like is seriously appreciated too. And in addition to some of the details regarding the next title update, we also have some other things that the devs have revealed in terms of new updates already out out, then a couple of other things to look out for as well. So for instance, here COD updates ended up actually talking about a pretty annoying loading screen issue going on right now. So they did post the other day saying they're investigating some reports of loading screens causing instances of freezing or crashing, where at times you just straight up can't load into a game. It doesn't matter if you change your loading screen, if you don't even have one applied or anything, the game just freezes on the loading screen and it breaks your game. You have to fully restart and hope that it works the next time, right? This has been an ongoing issue since January 3rd. They did put out an update saying, in light of the ongoing investigations into players crashing during loading screens, we have temporarily suspended SR and timeout penalties for disconnections from ranked play matches. Please be advised that initial deployment fees do remain active, meaning you can still lose SR if you leave a match after the pregame lobby, but you'll know if you get into the game, if you're in the pregame lobby. Obviously, you won't get frozen on that load in there. So nice little, I guess, safety net there if you happen to experience this in ranked play. Unfortunately, it's not a full fix for the issue, though, that's stopping players from playing ranked and normal gameplay as well across Battle Royale and Resurgence. So it's definitely a like truly game-breaking bug. Like, you just straight up can't get into a match to play the game. Hopefully this is a fix that is fully implemented with this next title update. Now, Treyarch also subtly teased some upcoming changes as well, some quality of life updates the players have been talking about. They posted this initial tweet talking about the patch notes that we covered earlier on this week, then basically reverting the nerfs from January 3rd's update that nerfed fun. A couple of other things in the replies to this tweet, though, someone ended up asking, add a way to track challenges. This was obviously a quality of life feature that we had back in Modern Warfare 3, where in the middle of a match you could see the challenge that you wanted to track and all your progress on it. They say this is currently in the works, so that quality of life and UI update is going to be coming to Black Ops 6 and presumably Warzone as well at some point in the future. Obviously they don't give us any specific details here, but we do know this is a quality of life update that will be returning here at some point in the future, which is good news there for sure. Another reply says, some good changes, thanks. I do also hope there's a possibility for the HUD settings to get separated between multiplayer and zombies, so players don't have to keep changing their HUD when they switch between each mode. They say this is also in the works, so there will be separate HUD settings for each individual mode again at some point in the future. Don't know if this is going to be something that we see with this next title update. I'd be pretty surprised if that was the case, or season 2 Reloaded. Typically it seems like the UI and the menu based updates, things like this, do end up taking longer, at least according to what the devs have said previously. So no estimated time frame for this, but at least it's on their radar and we do know it is something that will be updated here at some point in the future. But that being said, finally, some good news for once for Black Ops 6. We've got another major update coming to hopefully fix some things in preparation for season 2, and then also some interesting updates on the way as well, more long term there, if you will. But that is going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed the video, a like would be seriously appreciated, and if you're new to the channel, you want to guarantee that you are always in the know for everything going on in COD, feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.